Hey y'all, how's it going? Next episode of Chat E, we are ready for you. Happy Monday, hope everyone's doing well. Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Next episode of Chat E, here we come. Hi Nat. Hi Kara, hi everybody. Hi Carlos, how's it going? Happy Monday. How you doing? Hello, what's going on? You guys, we have a crazy, cool, and fun content creator on Chat E this evening. She's a TikTok star and so darn funny, so I can't wait for you guys to get to know her better. Her name is Sam Ramsdell. So as soon as she signs on, then we will get started. Monday's good, glad to hear it. It was good for me too. Crazy it's only Monday though. Crazy it's only Monday. Feels like a stinking Friday. Anyone do anything fun over the weekend? Get crazy? Guess not, that's okay. Alright, Sam, there we go. Let me add you to this. Hey girl, hey. Perfect.
Hi.
Hello.
So sorry. I was like, I could not find it for some reason, but I think I'm good. How are you?
Don't worry, you are totally Gucci. Let me turn my volume up. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I've been going through your content for the last couple of days, and I already knew you were funny, but like have been going through it because I'm like, okay, I want to have all the perfect questions. Like this is so ridiculous. And you are so funny, like so something else, and I'm so excited to get to know you on a whole new level. So I'm really glad to have you.
Of course. Yes. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. You're welcome. I'll start out with a little intro and then give you an opportunity to introduce yourself as well.
Cool.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Chat E. My name is Ellie, and Chat E is an opportunity for young entrepreneurs, content creators, small businesses, and just people that are cool and impacting the community to share their story, talk about what they have going on. So my guest for tonight is the wonderful Sam Ramsdell, and she is a TikToker, content creator, singer, comedian, all of the above. She's hilarious and has all kinds of cool stuff going on. So it'll be really, really wonderful to get to know her this evening, and I'm seriously so glad to have you.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. This has definitely been I started this over quarantine, and it's been so much fun getting to know so many people and just from all over the place. So it's been so great.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I love it. I'm excited.
Thanks. Do you want to take a second and just kind of introduce yourself and say anything that I didn't?
Yeah, no, most people, I think, from Instagram probably seen my TikTok, seen a lot of the reels. I do a lot of reels. And yeah, doing actually some live shows coming up. So normally like my goal before doing TikTok was to do live performing. So actually I have some shows coming up, some comedy and music shows. So we'll see. Hopefully now that the world's opening back up, I can do some more live performing, which would be, it's like my dream.
Wait, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So before you kind of blew up on TikTok, were you already acting and I'm assuming you've always been pretty funny, but was that kind of part of your gig and what you've been up to always, or is that kind of come from you blowing up on TikTok?
Well, so before quarantine or before COVID, I was actually, so I live in Stanford, which is where do you live?
I live in Maryland. I saw in your video from today you went to this donut place and are in Stanford, and I was about to look up where that is, and then I double checked in your bio and I was like, Connecticut. Okay, got it. But I had no idea where that was. But I live in Maryland.
Yeah. So I'm 30 miles outside New York City. So
okay.
I was pre-COVID, I was going into the city 4 or 5 nights a week, going to stand-up comedy, going to open mics.
Fun, yeah.
So I actually was in a band.
Oh, awesome.
I was really trying to my dream was to be on Broadway. That was my dream. I was a baby, was to be on Broadway. So obviously once COVID happened and it was all right, what am I going to do? And of course TikTok was blowing up around time, and then started looking at TikTok, and it just took off. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so amazing. I feel like one video and people are like, wow, they're cool, they're authentic, they're real. I want to follow them and see. And then you continue to be funny. So they're like totally about it.
Yeah, totally. Exactly.
So you kind of already had all that background in bringing people what they want, like making them laugh and all that stuff. So you were able to bring it to a new platform.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like, okay, how do I do something, but also like find something that's different? Because of course, all the performers, all the, singers and comedians of the world were all going to TikTok. So it was like, how do I do something that's different,
Totally.
unique? And, of course, that's when the mouth came into,
Yeah. For anyone that's not familiar with you, the question was, what is your comedic style per se? No, you're good. What is your comedic style? That happens to me every once in a while.
My stand is like all jacked up. Okay, sorry.
You're good. Don't worry about it at all.
So what is my style? I mean, I got inspired like early on by like Jim Carrey. Like, a lot of people, whenever people like say that like I do some of the physical stuff that he does, this is my life.
You're literally A-okay. Don't worry. This happens
to
me.
So, he's like, Jim Carrey was like who I watched growing up, like my entire life.
He's hilarious, yeah.
I loved him. Like he's always like been one of my favorites. But like nowadays, obviously doing a lot on social media, like there are a lot of like social media creators. Like I love Heather McMahon. I don't know if you follow her too.
I don't think so. I'll have to check her out. I'll write her name down.
Yeah, she's super funny. So, I don't know. So I try and bring like a physical humor to it. And obviously too, I sing.
Yeah.
So I try and bring in like the shows that I do. I have some songs, some comedy songs that
Sure.
I write, that I perform. So I try to like, I'm trying to make it all work together and like finding a way to do that. So
yeah, totally. If at any point you see me looking down, I always just tell people this, but I'm just taking notes and adding on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really great that you have influence and inspiration as to like where your style would come from. So for people that aren't familiar with you, something big that you do is the Big Mouth Challenge, and you're eating stuff. Girl, I don't even know how you handle it, and I have so many questions about this, but do you want to kind of explain what that is for people that are familiar? Because I was just like watching your videos, counting those munchkins like with you, all of this stuff, and I was like, she's gonna choke. How is she not dying? I don't get it. Like explain to people what the heck that is.
Yeah, well, of course, along with the big mouth came the questions of like, okay, you have a big mouth, like how do you eat? How do you eat?
Right.
How do you eat a sandwich? So, when I started doing those early on, like, I think when I did the 2 donuts, that was one of like my top viewed. I think that I had over like 20 million views. So it was like, it was just crazy whenever I do those. So then it became, this thing where people comment and be like, try the large McDonald's fry, try Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just silly.
It is so silly. So do you basically, when you're deciding what you're going to try and fit in your mouth and how many of them, do you just go based off of what other people are commenting to kind of get that?
Yeah. Or like, because I get obviously like all types of comments about stuff.
I can only imagine.
Things that are like realistic and like something that I'm not gonna choke and die on, that, that I can do. And obviously something that's near to me, like something I can get close by. Like there's some places that I just don't have, like In-N-Out. Like everyone's like, do an In-N-Out burger. But like we don't have In-N-Out around here.
Right. That's a West Coast thing. Yeah.
So I try and do what I can with my resources.
No, well, it's super creative. I definitely have not seen that before, so I love it. It's great. So do you want to share about your 2 donuts video? So I was, like I said, looking back on everything you've done and saw something about how that video actually brought you onto Ellen. Is that correct?
Yeah. So
which is crazy cool.
Yeah, that was a TikTok, and then it got posted to Barstool, and then the people from Ellen who saw it on Barstool ended up calling me, and that was how they saw it originally. It was actually from Barstool reposting it.
Yeah.
So they reached out, and yeah, it was crazy. That was an experience too.
So you ended up, I didn't see the actual video of you on, but you did actually get to go on Ellen.
Yes.
How was that? That's so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, it was bizarre too, because obviously, this was still in COVID, and like Los Angeles, this was like almost 2 months ago now, I think.
So it was relatively recent.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's good.
And LA was still shut down. It was like actually their first week that they had opened back up after quarantine.
Yeah.
So it was just like everyone was like, we had to wear the mask, had to get shield, had to be tested every day, had to
Yeah.
about 3 days prior. So we didn't like, we didn't get to meet Ellen. We like literally were like shoved in little green rooms and like could not leave. So but still, I mean, regardless, it was like,
Totally.
yeah, yeah.
Ellen's like Ellen, so I mean that's super cool that you had that opportunity regardless.
Yeah, totally.
It's the talentedest of the talented. You know what I'm trying to say. Good try.
Yeah.
Good try. Okay, so some of the bits that I was watching, we'll go on to this because this kind of has to go with the Big Mouth Challenge, but your biggest and best sandwich that you've been doing, you make me hungry every time you do that, but what is your intent behind that little series that you're doing?
Well, I love food. Sandwiches are my favorite food.
I like sandwiches.
And obviously one of the, inspirations was from when I did the Subway. That was one of the first. Someone was like, eat a Subway, eat a whole Subway sandwich. And so that video went viral. So I was like, sandwiches are my favorite food. Then obviously people were like, you should try this type of sandwich. You should try this type of sandwich. So I was like, obviously I'm a big Barstool fan. So like, how Dave does the pizza review. I'm like, what if I did like a weekly sandwich review? And living in Stamford, like outside New York City, living New Jersey,
Right.
It's like we're like sub-central around here. So it's like the perfect place to live to like have, it's like I feel like there's so many, like I will never run out of like good sandwich options around here.
Well, every day after work, I feel like I'm gonna like want to try one of the places that you're headed to because they all look so stinking delicious.
Yes, totally. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I like that's what's hard is people's always like, which one's your favorite? And it's like
They're also different.
Yeah, all of them have been a little different. It's like it's hard because some of them are like chicken cutlet sandwiches or like steak cheese or like pastrami, and it's hard to like compare them all. But I need to get better at compiling them somewhere.
For sure.
Having like a little.
No, yeah, I totally get what you mean. And then all of the chefs would be, they all have their own little touch to add to it. So everything like that sauce or that like seasoning or something.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Awesome. There's also checking out your merch line, which is actually like not actually really cute because a lot of people's lines are cute, but it is like really cute and I like your logo. So do you want to share about your merch line and just how that got started?
Yeah, well, so it started because everyone kept saying that I should have a mask with my mouth on it, and I was looking around, so I was going to like some, different merch, suppliers to see who can make one, like a replica of a mask,
Right.
And, they're like, well, we could also do like some other school stuff. I think it'd be fun. They're like, let's just design some logos for you.
Sure.
And, like some of the, like grateful or some of the key sayings, like I say all the time and live by and stuff that I want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this would be awesome. And then, and obviously have the mask too. So those are all on the website. And I think my link should be in my bio too to check it out. But yeah, it's super comfy. Most of it's like sweatpants and like comfy stuff.
The pajama like one or like the tie-dye, the black and white one with the mouth was like super cute.
I'm obsessed. I know. Now that it's getting warmer, I can't wait to wear it.
I know, seriously, that one is so cute.
Yeah.
So being a TikToker, having already had like some experience, like we said, in the entertainment industry, I guess, but then TikTok has kind of just like exploded, especially during quarantine. But how would you say that it's changed your life, or would you say that it has?
Well, it's I mean, it's funny. It's like it's changed in some ways, but not in others. Like in a way,
good.
I still have like a day job. Like, so I still work full time. I still like, it's like, and also we haven't really gone out much. And when you do go out, you wear a mask. And, it's like, most places that I'm going, I think in Stamford, like normally I'm in Stamford, I feel like a lot of people know me, but it's more like, the younger crowd that probably knows more of me from TikTok. So I always like, normally I get recognized at Starbucks the most because I feel like those are like where like the 12-year-olds hang out the most. But others like, and then, the biggest thing and like the best thing has just been growing like an amazing audience and like growing up like such supportive community that's now on Instagram. And it's, now that I'm able to have shows and be able to have a bigger audience to promote to and, being able to do what I really love is, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and people support you because They see that you're real, and like I said, the consistency of your content and everything. I almost got a glass of wine, but then didn't. I should have.
I know. No, you should have.
I know, it's okay.
At 8 o'clock at night, I always have a claw, or at least one claw.
Totally get it. But that consistency is so key, and honestly, this is like setting you up for success in regards to like more people getting to know you. So then they're like, oh, when it comes to the Broadway, if that's still a goal of yours and all these things. I don't even think it's open right now.
It's opening, I think, at the end of May, I saw, but like most, because they haven't been able to rehearse, I think it's opening in May, or yeah, I think it's like end of May that they can open, and then I think like by fall a lot of shows will finally like be able to like perform because they've just been off for so long. So that's what I heard recently, but who knows?
That's been on my bucket list for so long, to go to a Broadway show. And like my mom, we live in Maryland, which is like 4 hours, 3.5 4 hours from New York, and she's never even been there to New York City. And so I know, and so I wanted to take her, but now with all of this, like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, you got it.
You have so many supporters too. Whenever I see questions below that go along with things, guys, feel free at any point to ask questions. Can you see the comments?
I was just gonna say I can see some of the. I was trying to see if I can see the questions, but the comments. But yes, I see them. I love you guys.
Yeah, so much support. And someone was in Brazil. I love your content. I'll be back in a bit, guys. Just have to take care of my drunken friend. Yeah, just everyone's talking about how great you are, so that's awesome.
Very sweet. I know. I'm so grateful. Like, and I do that every day. I'm grateful every day because it's like I do, like, I'm just so grateful that I get to do what I love and that I get to, put out content, have an amazing support system. So
no, totally.
You are my best friend.
She's your best friend. When it comes, this is just, I guess, more of a personal question for me. So I don't have like a huge TikTok. I think I overthink it too much. I am a very like authentic person and have so many things. Like I'm not very nichey because I do this and I want to figure out like an appropriate way to like promote it, because I've interviewed like a couple like big TikTokers and like, different content creators, and I'm booking up like a lot. So, you know what I mean? But yeah. I overthink it so much. And so like that's like my biggest issue, and it's like almost makes me like upset, because I'm like, Ellie, like you just are consistent, you will pop off, you will be great. Yeah. But I'm like in my head that it's like hindering me from just like being successful. So how do you advise to like kind of get past that? Because I would totally feel like I'm a get out of your comfort zone kind of person, but when it comes to the camera, I get so weird about it.
Yeah. Well, you do. I mean, it's the most cliche, but like you just have to do it. You have to like, it's gonna suck in the beginning. Like, it's like if you see some of my first videos, like I keep them up. Like part of me is like, I should delete these because they're so bad. It's like you have to know. A lot of times. I mean, even now, I'm like, who knows? Like, people are gonna hate this video, but whatever. It's like I just see how it does, and like then if it does poorly, then it's like, all right, well then I can learn from that. Obviously, that didn't go great. Maybe I should try something else. Mm-hmm. Or also, it's like if you have to consistently, especially in the beginning, you have to be posting every single day, at least
multiple times a day.
Yeah, at least. And you gotta like, I don't know if like how much you watch it, but like you also have to watch. It's a big trend thing, and it's a big like the way that I blew up in the beginning was by using trends differently. So, and that's how to get pushed the For You page more often, and then that's how you grow your following, and then you can get more creative. But it's like in the beginning, I'm always like, just stick to trends and make it your own. Like do a trend, but make it your own.
Right, figure out how to do that. I definitely have so many ideas, but I feel like my concern is that like I'm not like a niche kind of like I have so many things that I do, kind of like you. You have like I'm this, and like I'm like that too. So there's so many different things. I'm like, where the heck do I even start? But that's what I need to figure out.
Yeah, well, it's like what makes you you. Like what's there something about you, and like it's like even my mouth. Like I never thought that or like have. Like if you told me a year ago that I'd be doing this and it'd be because of my mouth, I'd have been like, there's literally no way. So like, it's almost like you got to kind of find out like what, and like people will tell you, it's like things that will stick out that you're really good at. And that just starts by throwing a million things against the wall, and just trying. It's like, and just knowing that might suck in the beginning.
This is literally my thing, is like talking to people, like connecting, like is my thing. But it's like figuring it out. I'll figure it out. I'm almost there. I get so in my head about it. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta do it. Some videos are gonna suck. Some of my videos fail miserably. Like, like even with my big following, that'll get low views. I'm like, whatever, at least okay, that
I had fun doing it, and that's what
but
it's about. It's not even about the views at the end.
yeah, it's like whatever, okay. Well, that's and you gotta know too, it's like for fun. Obviously, of course, you want to have a video that goes viral, but it's like, you'll find people that'll want to follow you for those certain things if you just keep doing it and be persistent.
No, I agree. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's just like, that's like my biggest thing. It makes me so upset with myself. I'm like, dude, you got this, and like keep pushing, and it'll work out. It'll work out naturally, organically, whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever. All good. So, being on TikTok, there are so many different content creators and so many niches and everything. Have you connected with and like become friends with a bunch of other content creators? I feel like everyone's experience is different. Because some people in this hype house are like, well, the hype house is like a whole other story, but they're like,
Yeah.
they're also all like 18.
And it's like I've talked to some people that live in New York. I've like a couple people, but like I'm trying to find more comedian people and like live performers to connect with, just because like that's kind of like more of my end goal.
Totally.
But like I'm friendly. There are a couple of them that will message and
Yeah.
are like friendly with, but like none that I've been like, let's hang out, let's
Be
fly
my
out.
best friend.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different with that too, and it kind of, like you said, you're still working, doing your thing, but this is just extra and fun and enjoyable. So, what do you do as your full-time job?
I'm a medical sales rep.
Oh, cool. That's fun. Is that like pharmaceuticals kind of thing?
Yeah. So yeah, basically, except I'm selling like diagnostic sales. So it's like I'm selling like a service. Like we have a lab that like I sell to physicians to send to our lab.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, samples to our lab. Yeah.
Cool. Do you enjoy that too?
Yeah, I do. I mean, obviously, I'm performing full time. And
Totally. You'll get there.
this and create full time, but it's like the best job that I feel like I could have in like corporate America, because I'm not technically like always on at a desk job all day. It's like I'm normally out and about. I mean, normally in a pre-COVID world,
Sure.
Going around and meeting with people 24/7 and going to dinners and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, girl, I feel that.
yeah. So it's like it's a pretty cool job, but
Yeah.
so I'm very grateful for that too. It's like I've had a great job, but I obviously like this has always been my passion and always been love.
And you'll make it happen. You're well on your way. Just like this is a weird time too, and it's also like every job that you have, you learn new skills, so that's good too.
Totally.
So in a lot of your videos where you're like eating something, I don't even know if you notice you do this, you probably do, but you have like a little jingle beforehand, like with the donut one, you're like diabetes, and then like another one like Taco Bell, you had like a little thing, and I was like, because you sing, and I mean it's not like a jingle, it's a couple words, but like it's funny and also like part of it, so I was like, do you like think about like what you're gonna say before you do it, and or is that just like your personality and it kind of just comes out like a little bit of comedy, a little bit of singing, and it's all just fun?
It just all comes out. I never know what I'm gonna say. I never know what's gonna come out of my mouth. It just, whatever the meal inspires me. Sometimes Chick-fil-A inspires another jingle. Inspire me.
That's awesome. No, I mean, that's super good. Wait, so what did you say your background was in singing? You did like open mics and stuff. Like, did you go to school with any background for any of that performing kind of stuff?
No. So very long story short, I went to school so I used to like sing and do the acting thing all growing up, all through like middle school, high school. Then I quit because my parents were like, I get a real job and a real degree. So I went to business school, graduated with a business degree and in communications, then went and into inside sales, then got into outside sales, corporate sales. And then when I was 28, I was like, fuck this. I want to perform again. Started
Good for you.
So it really has been something that I've only been doing like over the last 3 years. So it's like, it's all like kind of crazy that it's happening like now, and like how kind of the path that I've taken and how I started out doing singing, and then I got into comedy, and then now it's like, being known on TikTok and what I do, like everything. It's like, it's just crazy, like kind of like the path it's taken. But at the end of the day, I still get to create and, some, perform in some degree, whether it's over the phone or hopefully in person soon. It's like I still, have that, that part that I love about, just being able to create.
Totally. And like good for you for over the course of quarantine for, continuing to make videos and doing what you're doing on TikTok, because seriously, because it is such like a popular platform, people will know who you are. And living so close to New York City, like that is like, you know, entertainment, huge, everything, right? So like so many opportunities for you, and now you could be like, hey, check me out, and they'll be like, oh duh, got this, you know.
Yeah, totally.
So that's awesome. Yes, you will make it happen. You will make it happen. If you had to choose one, which would you, do you have like a preference of singing over comedy, or you want to like kind of intertwine the two and make them a thing?
Well, the goal is to find a way to do both. Yeah. So that's, you know, I don't know if did you ever follow Bo Burnham growing up? Or seen him or heard him? So he was a comedian that used to sing. I don't know if anybody in here knows who Bo Burnham is. He was one of my inspirations too. I should have mentioned him. And I always looked up to him in like a way. He would write these hilarious songs, and then he'd do like these monologues in between. So it'd be like, it's really funny monologue, and then he'd do a song about it. And it was so funny. And so I play a little piano and guitar, so I've written some songs.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, that I'm gonna, you know, hopefully be able to do a show where it's almost like a variety type, like variety, like cabaret type show where it's like funny, and there's funny music, and there's like an interactive element to the audience. So I want it to be like a whole experience.
No, I feel like the experience is everything. And
yeah.
Then, yeah, that's everything. Gabbers said underneath, she said, love him. Yes.
Yes. He's so funny.
Oh my gosh. What is his name? Already done. I have to look at him up.
Bo Burnham. B-O Burnham. B-U-R-N-H-A-M. He's so funny. He like hasn't put out a lot of stuff recently though. It was like when, you know, this is like 15 years ago. Like this is oh my god, I should. It's like some of his stuff too was like very like a little racy too. You know, like for like nowadays, like some of his stuff, if you listen to it, it's like, ooh, I don't know if people can handle.
Probably not.
No, but he was really funny.
No, I mean, I think that's good. Life is all about the experience, and especially if you do have a background in business, I feel like that sets you up for success. Do you want to kind of like work for someone else, or do you eventually want to have your own thing where you kind of just have like it doesn't have to be a one lady show, but could be like a,
yeah, you know, that's the dream.
That'd be awesome. And I mean, if you have a business degree and kind of know what to do, you hire a couple people, but you could really work for yourself and just do the whole damn thing.
Yeah, that's the dream. So.
Girl, you're well on your way. You will make it happen.
Trying. So,
also something funny. I see James, all those flips. James, how have those been going? I was like, even when I see those videos, not even yours, but like the first time around, I'm like, nope. Do you like does he know, or like oftentimes?
Oh, well, most of the time I just come down, I show him the video, and I'm like, we're doing this. Okay. So no, we just have fun with it. It's like, you know, it's like, again, it's like the best kind of comedy because it's just silly, like the least offensive, like no one can get offended over it, you know, and it's just like everyone, it's like comedy for all ages, you know, it's like physical humor like that. I feel like you just can't go wrong. It's just, you know, we have fun doing it. We're always like dying laughing when we watch it back.
Some of them have turned out, like you've done pretty good.
Yeah, so most of them we've gotten. I think there was like one that we didn't. There's one other one we want to try. Like some of them now we're like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Did you try the one on the counter?
Yeah. No. I don't know if we did try that one yet. We did one that was on a counter. I don't know. It's all a blur.
I know there's so many trends and they change every 2 days. So
I know.
Really never know what to do. So, if you were to describe yourself in 3 words, whether it be, I guess, words that you would say describe you or that you think other people would use to describe you.
Oh my god. That's a good question. Probably like
So I ask it. This is one of my favorites, especially when people don't like care to know beforehand what I'm gonna ask. It's like they're always like, "Whew, I have to actually think about this."
I know. Well, I'm like, you know, it depends who you ask. Because like during my day job, people would be like, "Oh, she's like organized, detailed." But if you ask James, he'd be like, "Asshole," you know, like.
Right. Yeah, completely different dynamic.
Yes, but if you ask like a random, like if you ask someone who follows me, or like a random, or like a friend, if you ask a friend, my friend would probably say funny, crazy, loyal. You know, like it depends who you ask.
Mm-hmm. But if you had to answer it about yourself then, because there are so many subgroups of people, what would you say about yourself?
What would I say myself? Crazy, psychotic.
And why? And why?
Just kidding. No, I would. Well, I would say. I mean, hopefully, like smart. I would say like talented.
Totally.
Say hardworking. If I just say myself.
No, those are all good ones. The reason I asked this question is because I feel like, and I guess you could grasp this, but I feel like people aren't always thinking necessarily about themselves. Especially when you become big, you're kind of thinking about how other people perceive you, but
Yeah.
then giving yourself an opportunity to kind of like think about it yourself and be like, wait, I'm actually pretty fabulous. I'm pretty psycho, and that's really okay. That's what makes me and makes me funny.
Mostly psycho. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So in regards to those are all great qualities, and I agree. So in regards to going after your dreams, do you hope to like stay in Connecticut, or would New York be like a final spot that you'd want to end up in?
I love living in Stanford, but I also love New York. I mean, it's funny. I just don't feel like I could ever live in LA. I feel like LA is like way, like, I don't know. It's just so much about image over there. So I would love to stay in the New York. I love New England. I'm New England. I'm born and raised in Maine.
Oh,
So
really?
I would say, yeah, like somewhere in New England for sure.
No, I mean, I think that's good. I don't know if like there's so many TikTokers and just like people on social media that I feel like now you see that they're in LA, and like some of them I'm like, have you really moved there because you've blown up, or like
Yeah.
did you live there? And I feel like most of them did not.
No, most people move there. Yeah, just obviously there's a lot of opportunity there, but I just don't know if I could ever live there. It's like I
I don't think I
live
could.
close enough to the city, like New York City. I get, it's like I just feel like New York's such a different vibe. I mean, you're on the East Coast too, so it's like I don't know. Have you ever been to LA?
I've only been to San Diego.
Yeah, I feel like LA. It's just like it's just
It's
so.
expensive, and it's just like you like have to feel expensive.
Yeah, well, that and it's like everyone has filler in their face. It's just like everyone hates themselves. I feel like. So I don't know. I feel like New York's better.
I totally get that. How psyched were you when you went on Ellen, Sammy?
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
Someone else, there's like private questions.
No, there was a bunch of questions. I was like, I feel like I so miss them, but know that I love you, and I just miss them, and I can't read it. I'm like, I can't do multitasking.
This one says, can you tell us, I don't know who this is, more about the chip? Do you know what that
Oh, my
is?
membership?
It says chip you got implemented. I don't know what that means.
Oh, my vaccine.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Joe Biden is in my arm.
Yes, of course. I'm trying to see her favorite food. I think most of, because I'm usually pretty good at keeping up with them too. A lot of them have been comments more than.
Yeah.
If anyone has any questions for Sam, go ahead and drop them below. What'd you say?
I was just saying back to Amy. I know I saw you. Love you, Amy. You're the best. I saw you. Sorry, I meant to say something earlier.
Totally okay. Of all of the bits that you've done for TikTok and I guess for social media, what would you say has been like the most fun for you to create, or like what segment have you enjoyed the most?
I love, obviously having James there is always fun. Any of those are always funny. I love the Omegle thing.
I was gonna ask him.
Yeah, that cracks me up. I like those ones make me laugh. I used to do a couple series too with my cats. I need to do some more of those. And of course, like all of the Sandwich Saturday are amazing because like I get like amazing food, like I always look forward. I'm like, oh my god, yes, it's Sandwich Saturday, because every time we go to like the best sandwich places, which again, sandwiches are my favorite food. So for me, it's like it's the best thing ever.
I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say that sandwiches are their favorite food. I feel you though. They're so. I also love sandwiches, but
They're the best.
because you never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Thank you, Brody. That was nice. Yeah, well, it's so exciting to watch you continue to grow. Do you have any like tips for people just in the future who are like going after their dreams and might be like a little hesitant or scared, or just for upcoming entrepreneurs and people starting something new?
Yeah, I think, one of the big things that I always talk about a lot is like, again, finding that thing that is different about you or unique and celebrating that, like what makes you different. Like maybe it's something that you were insecure about, that you can shed light on and you can make, something that you celebrate. And just, like keeping with it and just being persistent. If it's something that you love, then you should go for it. There's a reason that there's, you know, something within you telling you to do it. So just do it and start small. Everyone starts with 0 followers. Everyone starts with 0 videos. So you got to start. You might as well start now. So
I actually really admire the fact, I feel like a lot of people, which is great and totally makes sense, but TikTok, when they grow a huge following, ends up being like their life, you know? Like TikTok is everything. And for a lot of people, that's wonderful. And do you know Miss Woolley in Fifth, Lauren Woolley? She's a teacher. Okay, well she's a has a big TikTok too. But I interviewed her last week, and I'm also a teacher. So we were connecting on a bunch of levels, and you know, she's still working, but she's grown huge, and a lot of it incorporates her kids and all this stuff, but she also is still working. But I think a lot of other people I've spoken to and just that I like see have like it, that's their thing now. And I feel like I really like that it's not your only thing, because yes, it will assist you in reaching your goals. And I think for me too, like getting past this like insecurity of, will anyone care? Will anyone see it? And just like doing it and realizing I'm not going to be like a 30 million follower TikToker who like only TikToks, because I have so many other things in life that I want to do that are more of a priority than making videos. But like for me to grow and build a platform would be awesome, which I know I can do if I like work at it.
Yeah, totally. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, and that's good, because like I never want to be. I mean, I love TikTok, and again, it's given me a great audience, and it's been a great place for me to try new material and try new things.
Sure.
But I never, you know, it's like I don't want to be just a TikToker. You know.
Totally. Yeah. And for a lot of people, it works. You know, a lot of people, that's great, but I feel that's me too. And so I feel like it's good that you say that, because a lot of people are so focused on it, and I don't want to focus on it too much.
Yeah. Exactly. Agreed.
Well, you're awesome, Sam. Do you have anything else that you want to share about yourself or add before we kind of finish up?
No, just make sure, if you're not already following, follow along. Sam Ramsdell 5 on Instagram and TikTok are my big ones. And yeah, if you have any sandwich places too.
If you're ever in Maryland, let me know, and I'll see if I can find you a good
Yes, definitely.
Yes. I will tag your Instagram and then your TikTok after this. This will also be available on my IGTV, and I can send it to you so you can tag it also. And then it will also be on YouTube at Elko Community Building on YouTube. So everyone can find this and check it out. Well, it was such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. You too. We'll talk to you later. Bye.